This is Cross Currents from KALW News. I'm Julie Kane. Since the 1970s, Californians have been trying to find ways to tap into renewable sources of power. Take the gusty winds that blow across the Altamont Pass, a low mountain range between the Central Valley and the Bay Area. By the mid-1980s, the area had become the country's biggest wind farm, and its field of wind turbines a symbol of environmentally friendly energy. Fast forward 30 years, Altamont is now a blight on the reputation of the burgeoning wind industry. Why? Because the turbines have killed over 100,000 birds, and possibly many more. KALW's Judy Silber takes us inside the controversy.
To a passing motorist, there's nothing terribly exciting about the dry, rolling hills off Highway 580 near Livermore, until you get to the Altamont Pass. Then it's hard not to be impressed.
As we look out on the Altamont, we see propeller blades from turbines of all sizes rotating. And so one of the first impressions one gets is that it's a busy landscape.
Wildlife biologist Doug Bell is showing me around. He knows the Altamont intimately. Since 2005, he's carried out wildlife studies for the East Bay Regional Parks District. We stand at the crest of a hill and look out.
We have a pretty good wind blowing because the turbines are rotating, as you can see.
The newest models have sleek poles that rise 465 feet into the air. In contrast, older turbines are a hodgepodge of shorter structures, though they're all pretty tall by human standards.
It's quite a good day for soaring birds to be out here.
Throughout the day, we see soaring red-tailed hawks and golden eagles, and we hear meadowlarks sing. Bell says many more species live here, or stop over as they migrate.
Red-winged blackbird, tricolored blackbird, brewer's blackbird, European starling, common raven, American crow.
The Altamont is dangerous for these winged creatures. The latest county report found an average of 4,600 birds killed each year, and some scientists like Bell believe the numbers are much higher. The older turbines are the greatest threat to birds. Some have lattice-like towers where birds can nest, and many are located in rows along ridges where birds soar.
Ooh, wow. See that activity going on? There's 3 birds now circling. There's 1 golden eagle and 2 red-tailed hawks. And they're actually getting... From here, it looks like they're close to the turbine.
I ask if it's too close. When Bell answers, it's with the tone of a parent who worries about his children.
I mean, sometimes they will go, right through the plane of the rotor, and that's really too close. But yes, of course it is.
Bell and environmental groups like the California chapter of the Audubon Society are especially worried about the raptors that feed on prey hidden in the grasslands. They're at the top of the food chain, so if they go, it could disrupt the whole ecosystem. The county report suggests that an average of 900 raptors are killed each year, but other studies have placed the number closer to 2,000. We get in Bell's car. As we drive down a dirt road with wind turbines to our right and left, he scans the area for dead or wounded birds.
Do you see anything?
No, but I'm always looking.
Every now and again, Bell rescues a wounded golden eagle. By law, he shouldn't have to, says Mike Lyons, who is Director of Public Policy at Audubon, California.
The golden eagle is protected by the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, as well as the Gold and Bald Eagle Protection Act. By protected, I mean that you're not supposed to kill them.
In 2005, Audubon sued Alameda County for issuing wind permits that kill so many birds. A settlement required a 50% reduction in bird mortality for 4 raptor species, including the golden eagle.
And the sense was, well, if we can do something about these particular birds to reduce the mortality for them, then we'll be benefiting all the other birds.
The companies removed the most harmful structures. They also agreed to turn off wind turbines for a few months a year. Some people think the 50% goal was achieved, and some don't. Regardless, environmental advocates say the Altamont needs an overhaul, that the older turbines should be replaced with updated, safer models.
It's been a black eye in the industry. Wherever we go, people have this image that the wind projects kill a lot of birds, and it's because of the headlines generated from the Altamont. So it's unfortunate.
Nancy Rader, executive director of the California Wind Association, says the Altamont makes the rest of the wind industry look bad. She says construction of new wind farms now requires compliance with strict environmental standards.
We're not going to deny too many eagles are being killed in the Altamont. We need to address it. We are addressing it. We're making sure it doesn't happen anywhere else. But let's get real. Go after lead bullets. Go after the power industry. Go after the oil pits. Go after, coal power plants. Go after housing developments that are destroying habitat. Stop picking on the wind industry, which is really not responsible for the big part of the problem.
Unless the county issues extensions that preserve the status quo, which is what Doug Bell worries about, that the situation will never change.
You see the big gray columns on the ground and the white propellers. So they're in the process of dismantling this wind farm.
Bell and I are at our last stop in the Altamont, a wind farm built in 1985 that now looks like a turbine graveyard. The East Bay Regional Parks District owns the land, just not its wind rights. Bell's hope is the district will also buy those and retire the land forever.
Hopefully, some of this landscape will be converted back to its natural curvatures, maybe get the pads removed and or buried. And with the turbines gone, that's a good thing.
If he had his way, the whole of the Altamont Pass would be as quiet as this. But the area generates about 500 megawatts of electricity, enough to power 200,000 homes. And so, even with the controversy, the wind farms are likely to stay. That leaves Bell scanning the skies for birds and counting the ones that don't survive. In the Altamont Pass, I'm Judy Silber for Cross Currents.